I never made it.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I heartily welcomes all of you. I am back with another video, and in today's part we are going to cover triangle properties. We will learn about all the triangular properties. In last part I discussed about the basic concepts of triangle. Those students who are not watched that video, I will share the link on my description box. You can check it out and you can watch that one. Without wasting time, let's get started. One more thing I want to tell you before starting. If you are not subscribed to my channel, then please click on this red button. This is, you will find this one on the below of my channel. Subscribe to my channel. Also click on the bell icon so that whenever I upload a new video, the first notification will reach to you first. So first we will cover the topic sides also have constraints. What does it says? That sum of the length of the two sides of a triangle, it may be any two sides, okay, it's not like that one or two, it may be any two side, you can say, that will be equal to or that will be greater than the third side. Now you can check the figure here. Here I am taking a triangle A B C. According to this, sides have all constants, okay. So in this figure, if I will add any two sides measurement, then that will be greater than the third side. Okay, let us first take the sides AB plus AC. Fine. AB plus AC. What is the measurement of AB here? 11 centimeter. And what is the measurement of AC here? 9 centimeter. What is the addition of these two measurement? 11 plus 9 is equal to 20 centimeter. Isn't it, students? Okay. So what we conclude from here, that if you will add the two sides measurement in a triangle, then that answer will be greater than the third one. So here the third one is 14 centimeter, that is BC. So BC line segment we are having 14 centimeter, and this is what the less than the sum of the two sides, other two sides. What the AB line segment and AC line segment and AB line segment. Now let us move to the next part. Next part says that the difference between the lengths of the any two side is smaller than the length of its third side. In the previous part we learned that any two sides, if you add any two side, that will be greater than the third side, and in the same way if you will subtract any two sides in a triangle, then that answer will be smaller than the small sides. Let's check out with the example. So here is a triangle ABC, the same triangle, and in the same way any two side, if you do the subtraction, difference indicate to this subtraction, then you will get the answer smaller than the third side. Okay, so let us find out the first one. Let us take the difference between BC and AB. So BC, let me write, BC subtracts or difference find with AB. What is BC measurement? 14 centimeter. What is AB measurement? 11. What is the answer here? 3 minus 1 is equal to 4. Okay, so what is the answer here? 4 minus 1 is equal to 3. So you will get the answer 3 centimeter. Now this 3 centimeter is smaller than the third side. So we are left the third side here AC, that is 9 centimeter. We can conclude from that in triangle, if you will add two sides, you can, if you add any two sides, then that will be the greater than the third side. In the same way, in triangle, if you subtract any two sides, then you will get the smaller measurement than the other side. Now let us move to the next part. Now let us study about triangle properties. First we will see the angle sum property of a triangle. What is the angle sum property? The total measures of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. You just remember from the 5th class you are learning about this property of the triangle, that a triangle's three sides means interior three sides, measurement is equals to 180 degree. Now let us take out an example and understand it properly. So here is a diagram PQR. I am taking here diagram PQR on the screen, and according to this angle sum property, what we have in the interior angles, here the P angle is 70 degree, R angle is 50 degree and Q angle is 60 degree. Now sum of all this angle will be 180 degree according to the angle sum rule of the triangle. Let us check it out. So in the PQR triangle, you can represent the triangle like this. In PQR triangle, angle RPQ plus angle PQR plus angle QRP is equal to how much? Let us find out. So P angle is 70, write down 70, Q angle is 60, write down 60 and R angle is 50, write down 50. Now add all this angle, you will get the measurement 180 degree. So here hence it verifies the angle sum property of a triangle. We conclude that the total measure of the three angles of a triangle is 180 degree. Many questions are asking from this part, and different ways also it can be asked. I will bring another video on the practice questions regarding triangle chapter. Stay tuned in my channel, and even if you are not subscribed my channel, then subscribe and share maximum with your friends and family members. Okay, if I say how questions can come from this portion, then let us discuss little bit about it. Suppose here P, Q are three measurements given. Okay, in the case if here the Q angle measurement is not given to you and asking that find the value of or measures of Q, then how you will do? You know P plus Q, angle P plus angle Q plus angle R is equal to 180 degree. Okay. So if Q is missing, then from here only you can find the answer. How you can find? It will be like this, no? 70 degree plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. Isn't it like this? Because if you are not having the Q measurement, then first add these two numbers and then divide with 180 degree, you will get the Q value. Okay, this type of questions we will solve in the next class. I will try to bring that one in the next part, in the practice question answers part. Now let us move to the next part, and here the next part is exterior angle of a triangle and its property. Now what is exterior angle? Now students, the before part in the angle sum property we have seen that yes, in angle sum property we have seen that the interior angle sum is equals to 180 degree. So these angles whatever there is are present in the interior part. But if I say about the exterior angle, that means that the angle which is present to the exterior part. Let us check out the example. For example, here angle A and angle B are called the interior angles. But here angle C in the outside, it is called the exterior angle. One property you need to remember here about the exterior angle property, that says that the exterior angle triangle is equal to the sum of its interior opposite angle. So here the exterior angle is what? Angle C. So angle C measurement will be equal to the opposite sides sum. Now angle C opposite sides are what? Opposite angles are what? Angle A and angle B. If C is present here, then angle A and angle B are the opposite sides of the angle C. According to the property, we know that the extended angle's measurement is equal to sum of its opposite angles. Let us find out. So angle C will be equals to what here? Angle A plus angle B. So angle A measurement, angle A is 2 here and angle B is 1 here. 2 plus 1 is equal to 3 and we are having 3 here. Okay. So we can conclude that an exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of its interior opposite angles. You can see here in the given figure, angle 1, angle 2 is equal to angle 3. Where we have, this is A angle, this is B and this is A, this is C. Now let us move to the next part, and here on the screen the next part we will learn about Pythagoras theorem. Before going to the property, let us discuss some points about this theorem. The sides opposite to the right angle in a right angle triangle are called the hypotenuse. These points you need to remember, my dear students, what is called the hypotenuse, because you are going to face related to this part only Pythagoras theorem in future. So hypotenuse indicates to that. Let me take you the example, show you the example first. So here in the example here, in a right angle triangle, in last part we learn about the classification of triangle on the basis of its angle. So the triangle having 90 degree is called right angle triangle. So in right angle triangle, the 90 degree means the right angle opposite side is called hypotenuse. What it's called? Hypotenuse. Now you can see here the B is a right angle, means forming 90 degree. Right angles always forms 90 degree, you need to remember. And opposite to B angle is what? AC line segment. Okay, so this AC we call what? Hypotenuse. The other two sides, if AC is called hypotenuse, then what about the other two sides, means this side and this side? Other two sides are called the legs or arms of the right angle. Right angle means angle B is a right angle, so right angles B, arms or legs, if I will ask, then what you will say? AB line segment and BC line segment. AB and BC line segments are the arms or legs of the right angle. The right angle opposite side is called the hypotenuse. Now you remember one thing. In right angle triangle, the square of hypotenuse, is equal to sum of the square of its legs. Now let us solve this one. So hypotenuse, we know AC is a hypotenuse as AC line segment is opposite to the right angle. So hypotenuse square is equal to the legs of right angle square, sum of the legs of the right angle square. Now hypotenuse we are having 5 centimeter. What we are having? 5 centimeter. Let's check out first. So 5 square, okay, 5 square is equal to 5 square is equal to AB square. You can take AB and BC. AB we are having 3 centimeter, BC we are having, AB we are having 4 centimeter and BC we are having 3 centimeter. So it will be 4 square plus 3 square. Okay, like this only, this equations only you need to follow. Now what is the answer here? 5 square is equal to what? 25. Square indicates to 5 5 j 25 is equal to, let us check out, it is equals to the legs square, sum of the legs square or not. So 4 square is equal to what? 16. 3 square is equal to 9. 3 3s are 9. Yes, 16 plus 9 is equal to 25. That means this theorem proved. Hence, we can conclude this theorem proves. I hope you understood now. That once again, let me discuss you. In right angle triangle, the opposite side of right angle is called hypotenuse. The two other sides are called the legs of the right angle, and the square of hypotenuse is equals to the sum of square of the legs of the right angles. Now let us discuss about the next part. So here we will learn now the properties of isosceles and equilateral triangle. But yes, in last part also we learn, but still need to revise it again. So properties of isosceles triangle. What is the properties of isosceles triangle? Two sides are equal in length. So we know that isosceles triangle means the having the two sides equal. Suppose if this side is 2 centimeter, then this side is also having the 2 centimeter. Then we can call it is a isosceles triangle. Here the base angle opposite to the equal sides are equal. Okay, this point also you need to remember here. If you talk about the equilateral triangle, then in equilateral triangle all the sides are equal. Okay, suppose this is 2 centimeter, this is also 2 centimeter, this side will also be equal to 2 centimeter. Each angle is equal to 60 degree. One point you need to remember, in equilateral all the angles are what? Equals to 60 degree only. Okay, that's all for today's class. All the property we discussed. I hope you all enjoy and learn from this video. If you find it is useful, then you must share with your friends, family, and also don't forget to click on the bell icon so that whenever I upload my new video, the first notification will reach to you first. Thank you all for watching my video and sharing, like, and also subscribe to my channel. Take care, stay home and stay safe. Bye bye. See you in next class. Stay tuned.